Welcome to the New Breed Book Club, Session 6, where we're going to talk about Section 3 of the book, The Volunteer Leader. So as leaders, we have to ask ourselves, how do we create a dynamic culture? And think about your own experience in joining and in volunteering with the organization. Why did you join? Why do you volunteer and share your time and your passion? As leaders, we have to ask ourselves, how do we create a dynamic culture? How do we create an experience where people want to show up, participate, and to come back? Within each one of us lies the desire to serve. Think about the reason why you serve. Why do you volunteer? And what drives your passion for your retired educator group? Know that while we all have different reasons, there are dozens of potential volunteers and prospects in your state who are driven by the very same thing that drives you. Don't be shy about sharing your why with others. In this chapter, you'll get to examine your mission and vision statements. The mission statement for the organization. Who are you? What do you do? And why do you do it? And you'll get to discover and talk about how do you keep that mission and that passion alive within the organization. How do you live a culture of service? Living a culture of service empowers volunteers to give back in meaningful ways and connect to a purpose greater than themselves. What is your culture? It's based on your mission and your vision and includes the environment, the attitudes, and the behaviors of the people who volunteer and the people who belong. How do you live the culture of service? What does it take to really engage your volunteers and members, ignite change, and create the best culture that you can? One of the things that you want to remember when we're talking about the mission of the organization is to always be sharing your why. So most organizations have a mission statement where they talk about who they are and what they do. The great organizations talk about the why. Why do we do what we do? Why do we come together as a group and represent retirees across the state? So be sure within your volunteer group to have this discussion. What's your why? Why do you personally belong? And why do you do what you do as an organization? Here are some of the best practices from retired educators across the country in terms of the values and the why. Service. Everything we do, every action, priority, and conversation is in service to our members. Unity. We seek collaboration in all that we do. We listen. Great things happen when we listen to our members and our volunteers. We listen first and then respond. Advocates. We're proud advocates and watchdogs for our members' pensions and benefits. And community. We seek to create community with every event, meeting, and activity, offering fun, friendly, and an open environment for all. So enjoy reading this section of the book and engaging with your group. What is your why? How can you better communicate and share your vision with others across the state? In addition to the strategies and concepts you've learned from the book and from your conversations with each other, know that NRTA has an entire library of resources to support and to help you. Here's an example of what's included in that library. You can download pension facts and figures and guides to help you better advocate your position within the legislature and the local media. We have toolkits on innovative ways to recruit and engage younger members and boost your organization's brand and image. There's Facebook training videos and webinars on strategic messaging, creating a dynamic culture, and living your core values. Thank you for participating in the New Breed Book Club program. We hope you've enjoyed these videos, reading the book, and sharing your experiences and your insights with fellow volunteers across the state. We'd love to hear from you we'd love to hear feedback on the program, and then when you get into action, we want to hear your success stories. What's working well for you in your states? We'd love to share that with other retired educators across the country. So good luck and enjoy the process, and thanks for participating with us.